What's up, bosses? Carlin here. Isela will join us in just a minute, but first, empty shelves, no food, and hungry people. That was a scene in Rock Springs, Wyoming, where severe winter weather delayed trucks carrying groceries. You may have seen posts circulating on Facebook. As you can see from these pictures shared by Lorraine Davis, many of the shelves were completely empty, and that was only within a few days. This is just another important reminder of the impact drivers have on our country and, of course, our stomachs. Now, Isela, there's a new job opportunity out there looking for some professional drivers with some nuts.
Gracias, Carlin. Now, we're a little nutty from time to time, but this is a real nut job. Planners just filled a position to drive its nutmobile around the U.S. Yes, you heard right, just like the Wienermobile. If you're adventurous, outgoing, a little nutty, and don't mind traveling the U.S. for a year, this might have been the job for you. But don't worry, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. You might catch the Hershey's Mobile. It might be out and about. You might get lucky and see them. All you have to do is just drop off your little application and maybe next year. But to check out the full article, just check out the comment thread below. You know we always hook you up with that link. Now we're going to go off to Carlin. What do you have for us on truck parking?
It's pain in the butt. And something that you guys know all too well, parking. Well, finally, there could be some help on the way. A bill introduced in Congress could help solve the issue by allowing funding from existing highway safety programs actually to create dedicated truck parking areas. OIDA, the Owner-Operator Independent Driver Association, helped craft the language of the bill, and while the ATA didn't help with the language of the bill, they do support creating a program that would use dedicated funding for truck parking. Alrighty, Isela, that FMCSA decision to delay the new entrant driving training program is finally getting some feedback.
That's right, Carlin. A couple of weeks ago, we mentioned the 2-year delay on the rule to establish training standards for entry-level truck drivers. Now, the rule was set to take effect February 7th of this year, but it has been delayed until February 7th of 2022. Now, we know a lot of folks were not happy about this decision. No worries, though. The FMCSA wants to hear from you, and you can go to the Federal Register and let them know what you have to say. And you know, you only have 45 days, so don't you waste any more time. Go to www.regulations.gov and give them your 2 cents. You can also check out the full article in the comment thread below. Now we go off to Carlin on benefits with home health.
Thanks, Isela. Now, there are a ton of things you have to worry about as a driver, but your health insurance doesn't have to be on that list. Niki sat down with Home 20 Health to find out how you can turn what's normally a headache into a piece of cake.
$9,600. That's how much it could cost a year for a driver to obtain health insurance. But not every plan caters to every driver. David and Greg, former driver and a professional who has been in the business for over 20 years, both from Home 20 Health, are working to change that.
I will say I've been in the insurance business 31 years. And prior to that, I actually drove a semi. From 21 to 28 years old. I drove for Frozen Food Express, FFE, and I did LTL all over the Midwest.
I asked these gentlemen to explain what is the best way to stay healthy and how it can protect your DOT card.
Well, as we know in the industry, we've got a lot of professional drivers that are health challenged. They have some issues, and some of these issues put their DOT medical card at risk. The ones that first come to mind would be high blood pressure, cholesterol can be because of its impact on top of heart disease. The big one, though, is blood sugar with diabetes and high blood pressure. And it's critical that drivers keep those conditions under control, or they can find themselves with an inability to earn income. And their health is really the only asset that they have. As I talk to drivers over the years, you ask them what their biggest asset is, and the majority of them are going to tell you, well, it's my truck, you dummy. Well, it's really not. In almost every case, probably a lot like yours and mine, our wealth is tied up in our ability to earn. And having that DOT medical card is the number one thing they have to have right after a CDL.
The DOT physical exam requirements are vision, color distinction, blood pressure, hearing, cardiovascular health, medications, urinalysis, physical endurance, and medical history. Now, these aren't the only things drivers need to be aware of. It is very important to know your options.
An option might be major medical, which you can only get normally individually during open enrollment that runs from November to mid-December, unless there's a qualifying event, like having a baby, getting married, losing your health coverage. So there are so many flavors to pick from to where you would go through on one side of it, a fully underwritten sometimes medically underwritten, but mostly the questions to check your medical background. So it's kind of pass or fail on some of them. The other ones, we have a lot of guaranteed issue products as well. We have accident plans, cancer plans, dental plans, vision plans. Telemedicine is very important for families when they're away, because whether the husband or wife can pick up the phone. I mean, we're Skyping right now. You can Skype with your doctor.
The pair had some great advice on what it takes for health insurance companies to better serve drivers.
Take the time to listen to the driver, hear what the driver's concerns are, understand what the family's situation is, and not just have one product to try to sell them. There's actually a full variety of options available to meet the individual needs of the individual driver and their family, because we know almost all of these situations are at least a little bit different.
Hopefully, this puts your mind at ease when it comes to health insurance.
You can find more information on home20health.com. We have a link in the comments below. Now, Isela, what else do we have for them?
Thanks, Carlin. And now to find out what's going on with some of our friends here at the Truck Boss Show, check out our new monthly segment, Stack Hack.
Good stuff right here. Always when I call to set up delivery of my vehicles for dates and times, I'll call. It's Jacinda with calling to set up delivery of your vehicle, and I'd like to let you know when I'm going to be there, and hopefully it works for you. And I always hear 9 out of 10 times, well, will you let the driver know? And you guys know me being funny. Yeah, I'll let them know. And then when I show up, you should see their faces. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Life of a lady car hauler out here. Yes, I will let them know. And surprise!
So, the craziest thing that I have seen when I'm driving out on the road, it was when I was up in northern Sweden and I saw something strange that was lying in the ditch along the road. And when I got closer, I saw that it was a frozen moose that had probably got hit by a car or something. And it was lying upside down with his legs up in the air. And that was probably the weirdest and craziest thing I've ever seen along the road.
Come on, bro! What's the problem up there now, Joey? Problem is this guy over here, this guy right here is blocking the fuel island, taking his sweet time, no big deal, nobody behind him waiting. Yeah, I hear you, man, I hear you. It happens all the time. I mean, look at them all. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Nothing you can do, just be patient. Be patient? Be patient, yeah. No, it's you stay in the truck, you wait your turn, you pull up, you get your fuel, you pull forward, and then you go inside to get what you need to get. Like coffee. I need my coffee. But if I get out of the truck now and then go inside and then I'm gonna be blocking the guy behind, that's just a big mess, man. Joey, it's the story of our life, okay? Get used to it. Enough! I'll tell you right now.
Hey gang, Brian Martin up here at 4 State Trucks, home of the Chrome Shop Mafia in Joplin, Missouri. Recently somebody asked me, what are you most proud about in your career? And I don't know if this is it, but it's certainly at the top of the list. I'd have to go back to 2006, 2007 when we got involved with Trick My Truck on country music television. And we ended up filming the show and being a part of every episode, and it was a big hit on CMT, and people from coast to coast ended up watching it. Not just exclusively truckers, but men, women, boys, and girls, people from all walks of life. Well, what I'm proud of is that Trick My Truck actually sparked, I think, a big new re-awareness to truckers, trucks, trucking, what these guys do day in and day out. Because when you think about it, clear back to BJ and the Bear, that goes back several decades. Leading up to Trick My Truck, there was really nothing on mainstream TV featuring trucks. So when Trick My Truck came out, people were just drawn to it. They liked it. It had a great storyline. It had some cool trucks, which is always a big plus. And it kind of brought truckers back on mainstream so that it sparked shows like Ice Road Truckers, American Trucker, Wrecked, and the list goes on and on of the last 10 years. So I'm proud that our efforts and maybe some of our participation in Trick My Truck got all of America watching TV at prime time, checking out what we do as trucks, truckers in this great industry of trucking.
Man, those stack hacks, pretty cool. And guess what? We're doing that every month. So you're going to get to hear from new people, probably some old people as well, just because we like to check in on them, see how they're doing.
We need to check in on our friends, see how's it going, what's going on in their lives, what they have to say.
Yep.
I mean, we want to hear it all. I want to know.
Exactly. And you know what else that we want to know?
What?
Valentine's Day stories.
Oh, yes, we do.
More so her apparently than me. She just kind of fluttered over there. But anywho,
That's what happens when you're in love, Carlin.
Yeah,
You don't know about those things.
I don't know about those things. But no, so tomorrow actually, right?
Tomorrow.
Is Valentine's Day. So we want to hear all the stories, and we also want to give you guys a piece of advice. We know it's hard traveling on the road. You know, communication is key though.
It is.
These little devices that we have in our pockets that you're not supposed to have on the road, well, guess what?
No, they are supposed to have them on the road. They're just not supposed to be texting and driving.
That's right. Not necessarily supposed to use them on the road. But when you're stopped and you want to check in, make sure you check in tomorrow because it's a very important day and they want to know that you love them. Like
Yes.
Isela, she's always on her phone telling people she loves them all the time.
Yes, I am.
All the time. Wait, how do you say it in Spanish?
I know in Spanish.
Yeah, in Spanish. I mean, you could say I love you in English too.
Te quiero, te amo. Like
There you
that.
go. That's what she says all the
It's
time.
really simple. I mean, we do know that it's really hard if you are on the road, you're not home, you have a significant other, you know, send them a text. You know, you take a little
Not while
break.
driving.
Yes, not while driving. Or if you're pulled over and you want to make that phone call, go ahead and give them a call and let them know what they mean to you. Of course, you don't have to do it just, tomorrow. You could do it any day. But with tomorrow being that special day, or you just want to surprise them, really simple. All our phones these days, very easy. Order them some flowers, some candies, get it delivered to their job. Like, my husband better have my flowers tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
You listening? Pay attention.
So don't forget to just let that special someone that you have, that you love and you care for them. And for you women or men that sometimes are at home, because if your wife's a driver,
Yeah.
you let them know as well how much you appreciate them.
That's right. Just be in contact.
Yes.
We have these phones for a reason.
Communicate.
Use them.
We don't have to do.
Speaking of tomorrow being a special day, though,
Okay.
it's giveaway day. We have an
Yes, it
awesome
is.
giveaway.
We want to hook you up. Ooh. Okay.
This is, oh
looked at
man,
each-
we
do you
looked at each other and then this, and we were like, this thing.
Different. So this is
Normally it's hardware. It's not
Yes.
like an actual.
We surprised you.
Surprised me.
So this headset, let me tell you that I got to try this a while
yes, you
back,
did.
and I really liked it. I recommend it for a lot of our drivers out there. But stay tuned because tomorrow, you already know, Truck Boss Show loves to hook you up on Fridays, and so we're going to be going live to tell you what you got to do, and then we will go live again in the afternoon to announce the winner.
Exactly. Tell you who won. And of course, we do have to prepare you guys for next week's shows. We got a lot of stuff going on, including Brad Kuhn's special report on OOIDA's testimony to Congress. So it was a big deal, and some harsh things were said from ATA and OOIDA when they did their, what would you call that? Their hearing
Yeah,
to the
something like
Senate,
that.
something like
Yeah,
that? Yeah. So you would definitely want to tune in for that.
And we're also going to be visiting with Bob Fowler with Trucker Tools.
Trucker Tax Tools.
Trucker Tax Tools. There
3
we go. He's
Ts.
gonna kill me. Trucker Tax Tools on prepping for taxes in the month of February, and that is very important because you do not want to owe any taxes.
Yep, I was going to say, right around the corner is going to be tax day, so you want to make sure by now that you're getting prepared, and he'll
Get
tell you
your
all the
stuff
things
together.
you need to know.
Yes.
And of course, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your friends, because we can't do this without your guys' support.
And why do we do this?
You're the boss.